Hi, welcome to another video. Captain Ali here, and we are in Dinant. Amazing Dinant. I love Dinant. Grok is the one that's going to explain everything about Dinant later on this video. I live in my Tesla and I tour all over Europe. Right now I'm in France, and please enjoy the video. Relax, yes. We are going to see something. I know it's the middle of the day, we haven't done much. I'm aware, but we are going now to see Dinant, and Grok will also tell them and you. So chill. Unbelievable.
All right, you two, settle down. I'll take it from here. Captain Eli and little Optimus were on the hunt for a parking spot, so they headed down toward Dinant's old port. Luckily, he found one right next to his uncle's house, just 30 seconds from the old river. After a few dramatic poses for the camera, they made their way to the river, toward that charming old bridge. A quick look at the water, and then it was straight to the famous steep street of Dinant. This narrow cobbled climb, lined with beautiful half-timbered houses from the 15th and 16th centuries, has connected the port to the upper town for hundreds of years. It still passes through the old stone gateway that once guarded the town. A short glance at the riverside restaurants, and then, yalla, they started going up. Not the smartest decision, considering these were some of the hottest days France had ever seen. The climb was pure suffering, sweat, hair constantly falling into his face, and a strong desire to turn around and go back to the Tesla. Optimus wasn't having it either. "Eli, my circuits are melting up here," he complained from Captain Eli's arms. "You're the one being carried," Captain Eli shot back, pushing wet hair off his forehead. "My hair is already a complete disaster, and you're still whining?" Step by step they pushed upward, past the leaning timber-framed houses that make this area so special, until they finally reached the top and stepped onto the flat plateau of the old medieval town. Now it was time to explore a little before heading to the church. Charming little shops, ice cream parlors, creperies, and of course, spots serving wine and cold beers lined the streets. After finally reaching the top, Captain Eli and little Optimus stood in front of Dinant's most striking landmark, the Basilique Saint-Sauveur. This impressive stone church has watched over the old town for nearly 900 years. It was first built around 1120 by a local lord named Rivellon Leroux, who returned safely from the Crusades and dedicated the church to the Saviour as a sign of gratitude. The lower parts of the facade still carry that original Romanesque style, while the tall arched windows, delicate stone carvings, and soaring pinnacles you see today were added centuries later during the 15th and 16th centuries in rich flamboyant Gothic. Optimus looked up at the massive walls and let out a dramatic sigh. Finally, shade. I was convinced my circuits were about to melt back there. Captain Eli wiped the sweat from his face and tried again to push his hair out of his eyes. "You're the one being carried, and my hair still looks like it lost a fight with a hurricane. At least we're not climbing anymore."
Bonjour à tous, je suis Bertrand du Guesclin. I am a hero of Brittany and Dinant. Let me tell you our story. Explore the rampart and feel our history.
After stepping out of the church, Captain Eli walked through the narrow streets of the old town before continuing toward the great granite keep of the Château de Dinant. Its thick stone walls towered above him, a powerful reminder of the town's long and turbulent medieval past. He walked slowly around the outside of the fortress, taking in its impressive size and the way it still dominates the old town after so many centuries. Wiping the sweat from his forehead, he pushed his hair out of his eyes for what felt like the 100th time. At least the worst of the climbing was over. Captain Eli stood in Dinant's sunny square, looking up at the Basilique Saint-Sauveur. Built around 1120 by a lord returning from the Crusades to thank the Saviour, it blends Romanesque arches with later Gothic spires and a great rose window. Inside lies the heart of Brittany's legendary knight, Bertrand du Guesclin. And with that, the visit to Dinant came to an end. One last slow walk through the narrow streets of the old town, past the beautiful half-timbered houses glowing in the afternoon sun, before heading back down toward the river. As the path descended, the view gradually opened up to the calm waters of the River Rance below. A small tourist boat moved gently along the current, its passengers enjoying the peaceful scenery as it passed beneath the old bridge.